The English Pavilion is one of the 4 pavilions at the Jumpstart World's Fair. In the whole fair, it is at the bottom left of the screen. The Listen and Learn language buddy featured here is Roxy. The Series 1 character associated with her is Frankie. The pavilion is themed around the USA. The decorations here consist of aircraft. The 2 songs featured on the radio are Oh Susanna and I've Been Working on the Railroad. The radio itself is purple and makes the speakers resemble eighth notes. As it's sticking out from them are flag stems for resemblance. Among paintings are Winslow Homers in the mowing. The default cover for the book featured is John Henry. Speaking of which, just before Roxy started reading chapter 3, in which John Henry starts breaking rocks for a tunnel with the player's selection choice of light source, part of the radio's intro music to Oh Susanna plays.
The Spanish Pavilion is at the top left corner of the Jumpstart World's Fair. Its Listen and Learn language buddy is Serafina, while the series-wide character and translator is Hopsalot. The pavilion is themed around Mexico. Both of its songs on the radio are Tengo Una Muñeca and Tequeles, both of which had previously appeared in Jumpstart Spanish. The default cover of the book is The Legend of the Volcanoes, and its decorations are piñatas.
The French Pavilion is located at the bottom right of the corner at the Jumpstart World's Fair. Now, this is not the only language pavilion whose language originates in Europe. It is one of the 2 pavilions to stick to the original country's culture, as the culture is from France. The Listen and Learn language buddy featured is Chloe, while her associated is Pierre the bear. The default cover for this book is The Ant and the Grasshopper. This is the only pavilion not to have a contemporary stereo or radio. Instead, it had an old-fashioned photograph, including the bell for sound to get through. The songs featured there are Frère Jacques and Au Clair de la Lune. And this is the only pavilion whose decorations is not suspended from the ceiling. Instead, it is in the form of a plant inside a flower pot on the shelf. The Japanese Pavilion is located at the top right of the screen. The Listen and Learn language buddy there is Hiroshi, while the series-wide character associated with him is Keisha Koala. In fact, this makes the pavilion the only one whose language buddy is a male, and whose English language speaker is a female. At the main menu of the game, this is the only pavilion without a window, and therefore, the only one where a language buddy doesn't peek out from the window when greeting a new player, or when the cursor is moved to it. Instead, he peeks through the front door. Its decorations are in a form of a typical Japanese ornament, suspended on the string, hanging from the ceiling, just like those in the English and Spanish pavilions, but not in the French pavilion. The songs featured here are The Snow Song and Sakura. As for the book, its default cover is for the story of Momotaro. The door to the backyard for an outdoor adventure game does not display the specific landmark, Mount Fuji, in the main menu. Instead, have a pagoda building is shown. While, as usual, the series-wide character arrows in the same direction, whether the player chooses to go outside to play an outdoor adventure game, or to dress up the puppet for a puppet show. With the language body, the directions varying